Paintings are an important part of Chinese culture. Throughout history, they used to express cultural values, personal thoughts, and to tell stories. In the Metropolitan Museum, located in uptown New York, the complex art of Chinese pictorial storytelling will be the focus of show and tell stories in Chinese painting.
But so far as we know, there's not too many exhibitions either in China or in the West that focuses exclusively on narrative painting. There are many figure painting exhibitions, but focus on narrative there are very few. And definitely this is the first one in the Metropolitan Museum.
The exhibition reveals that there are layers of meanings embedded in the language of the paintings, and they are divided mainly into three different types.
The first type is a more commonly seen, perhaps more traditional, is using the long hand scroll format. You illustrate the story scene by scene, and the story progresses from right to left. You can see the story unfolds one step at a time through time and space.
Sometimes the story unfolds without extra explanation, and other times the paintings are accompanied by inscriptions.
The second type is what I call the iconic single scene illustration. So the artist does not show the entire story from beginning to end, but he chose a single, most dramatic or the most representative moment of the story to show the highlight of the story.
This is best illustrated by Qian Xuan's painting depicting the famous Chinese recluse Tao Yuanming returning to home on a boat. There is just one scene in the painting. The entire life of the poet is presented to the audience.
And the third type is a very important part, and which is peculiarly Chinese, I would say, very rarely seen in other cultures. That's I call it stories in the embedded inscription. In the image, there may be a landscape painting, maybe a still life of a rock or a flowering bird like a bamboo. The image does not tell any story, but in the inscription of the artist, it will tell lots of story about himself, about his time, even the national affairs. So there you can have multiple stories in the inscription, even though you do not see any in the images.
The exhibition features some 100 works dating from the 12th century to the present. The works are drawn from the Met collection, with 16 loans from private collectors.
I think it's important that the visitor come to the exhibition to pay more attention to the detail of the illustration, to realize that the artist not only tell the major plot or the development of the story, but they really try to convey more meaning in addition to the story.
The exhibition started on October 29th and will last until August next year.